Hi everyone, I am your host, Christina Royster. Can we get some noise over here for Hub 13? We're located at Hub 13 West Front Street in Trenton, New Jersey. And today we have a special album listening party with Brotha Ash. Make some noise for Brotha Ash. Alright, so make sure you follow as well. You can follow me on social media, Miss Chris D, MISSCHRISDEE. And I'm representing the YBO podcast, that's Young Black and Opinionated Podcast. So you can follow the podcast on Instagram and Facebook at the YBO Podcast. And Brotha Ash, where can they follow you?
Pretty sure just about everybody in here does already, but you can follow me at Brotha, BROTHA_ASH. You can follow the WIC, that's the label, at MPL, M as in Mary, MPLWL, no. That's the shank right there, MPLWCK. That's where you follow the WIC. Yeah.
Awesome. So today we are here to listen to your sophomore album. And a lot of people say that there's a kind of sophomore slump with your second album. You know, sometimes we've seen artists, their second album does not perform as well as their first. So how do you feel about your sophomore album dropping next week, March 31st?
We don't know nothing about no slump over here. I'm gonna just start off with that. Like, I feel like ever since I started like putting my focus on working on this album, at first it was hard at the Baby Boy, because there was just so much creativity in that album. Like, it was a little hard getting back into it, but my network is just so crazy. I hit my boy Chris, asked him to send me some beats. T-Pat sent me a few beats because I was like still trying to do like an R&B type follow-up. But I wasn't really clicking like that. But that pack that Chris sent me, I actually recorded the first song for this album. Like the Can't Stand Myself song, the actual song. So like that beat pack really got me back like motivated and like hungry. So like that sophomore slump, it was never that. I was never worried about that. I was just worried about like taking it there because like I knew I had it in me. You know what I'm saying? To top what I did already, it was just, you know, fine tuning it.
Right, and I should mention the title of the album, Can't Stand Myself. That's behind us here, CSM. So can we give it up for the album, Can't Stand Myself, dropping next week. Or if you're watching the replay at this point, make sure you get the album. All right, so as you mentioned, your first album, Baby Boy, that was very personal. You put a lot of your family life into it. You put a lot of vulnerability into it, and this was 2021. So now we're about I want to say a year and a half from the release of your first album. So how are you feeling now with this album? Are you being as vulnerable as you were with your first, if not more? Like, are you going deeper into that?
I feel like the more and more I do this, just given like everything that was going on in my life, there's a lot of like life shifting and attitude shifting things that was happening when I was making this album. So like the music kind of naturally ended up being super transparent because I just had to get at a point in my life where I was being super transparent about who I was, what I wanted to do, where I wanted to do it, and like how much energy I was gonna put into it. So it was definitely hard because like you try to think like, damn, like am I putting too much pain in this? I don't want to be depressing motherfuckers, but like I also want to give people the real. Is my real, like, is my true, like, you know, feelings that I'm expressing, is that going to be stuff that people are going to take to, you know? So, you know, I just stay true to it, though. If you're talented, if you're gifted at something and you express yourself, it's usually, everything works out good. So, I just allow myself to be, you know, vulnerable. So, yeah.
I want to kind of double tap what you said there because I feel like there's probably a bunch of artists in the room right now. We're at Hub 13. This is a whole collective of artists. And so I think that when you're any type of artist, whether you're a chef or a dancer or a musician, you're putting yourself out there and hoping that people fuck with you. So I think that there's always going to be some vulnerability behind artistry. And I love how you said, you know, you couldn't help but to be transparent because your music is you. So I really feel that. So let's get some noise for that, for transparency, authenticity. And so, can you tell us a little bit about the title of the album? I'm sure that wasn't the first thing on your mind. Like, you didn't sit down and say, okay, my second album is going to be Can't Stand Myself. How did you come to that title?
The first name I had to was gonna be Conflicted, because that was like a staple song that I had kind of like got done earlier in the process of it, and it really kind of like encapsulated everything that I was feeling that I wanted my like next project to be about. Shout out to my boy Zay. He ended up hopping on that joint. He laid a saxophone like track on it. But the title Can't Stand Myself, it just kind of stems from like being like in a position like, yeah, I'm a creative, I'm doing this, you know, I'm chasing this dream. It helps because I'm talented, so when I tell people this, they don't, you know, it makes sense that I'm doing this, you feel me?
What did I say to Danny earlier?
Like, it makes sense that I'm doing this, but at the same time, as a businessman, you look at some of the receipts, you know what I'm saying? You start to look at, you know, what you've put into this and what you've gotten out, and it's like, damn, like, it's a lot of confliction there, it's a lot of conflict, because, like, the business entrepreneur in you says, yo, like, you know, this thing is kind of like taking a lot of energy, and it's like taking a while for you to get the return on investment, but like the creative is like yelling like, nah, feed me, feed me, feed me, feed me, feed me. So just like that turmoil, just kind of like, it kind of got me to a point where I'm like, damn, I really can't stand myself. Because like some people like are okay with just like, you know, like not doing what they love, and I just never been okay with that. And like it has cost me like a lot of stress. It has cost me a lot of relationships has fallen apart from people not matching my energy, not matching my intensity. Yeah, just a lot of luxuries, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I got to a point where I was like, I really can't stand myself, but the flip side of that is I can't stand myself because I got it. Like, I just got to get it out of me. You feel me? So it's just like turmoil that breeds, you know, like a lot of inner conflict, but turmoil that also makes you find out like what you really want to do. So that's why I named the project Can't Stand Myself.
Awesome. And I really think that, to your point, a lot of people, we have it inside of us, but sometimes we don't tap into it. You know, there's a lot of people out here just sitting on their talents, and for you to actually chase your dream and go after your talents in a pandemic, in, you know, everything, all the adversity against you, I think that it's really telling of your character and your work ethic, and I think that really shines through in the music as well. No, let's give it up for that. Let's give it up for that, because honestly, there's a lot of people out here. We've seen it, people throwing stuff together for the industry, you know, and it's a flash in the pan. And I think that what you're bringing back is real rap, to quote your event that you had earlier this year. You had an event called Real Rap, and that really showcased artists that were really in it for the long haul, really in it for the artistry, and not just for the clout, you know, clout chasing. I don't think that's ever been a part of your career, Brother Ash. And so can you tell us how you're doing things a little bit differently with the release of this album?
I'm doing things differently because I'm not putting it on streaming platforms initially, y'all. So those of y'all in this room, like, I really need, you know, support and advocacy for this, because like, this is something to me, I talked about this in the podcast earlier, when somebody cooks or somebody like has a transportation company, you find it, you know, necessary or regular for them to open up a store or to rent some trucks or whatever. For me as a musician, releasing my music exclusively on my platform, my domain that I've already paid for and acquired, just is gonna funnel, cause being kind of like a grassroots, like homegrown, like everybody in this room, like I said, has known me for mad long, so like I know a lot of people are looking for ways to support me. So if I could give like that rush of initial support, like to my website to like buy my album, like firsthand off me, and not have to break off DistroKid, not have to break off Tidal, not have to break off Apple Music, what that can do for me, like financially, the potential of that whole move is just like, it's almost obvious for real. And like, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I'm not trying to like do nothing that, this is not no bright idea. This is how the pioneers that did it before me did it. You know what I'm saying? They went out there, they hustled, and they sold their album. Yeah. So I'm at a point now, I'm like, I've invested time, like the music is sounding crazy. The people that I've been working with, like you know, our chemistry, like the stuff that me and Valanda like been putting out, like, it's like, bro, like you can't just, you can't just like piss down
90% of the profits of this trying to appeal to everybody's convenience. You know what I'm saying? So like if I gotta go out there and like, you know, really, really, really hustle this shit, then like I'll do it. But like I'm gonna do that first before I just like, you know what I'm saying, just piss all this investment down the drain. That's just how I see it. And that's just where I'm at right now. So yeah.
No, I think you make a valid point about, you know, artists getting paid their worth and also artists knowing their value. Me personally, some of y'all know I paint, you know, on the side, and everybody's always like, girl, if you don't jack them prices up, but it's hard, you know, when you're an artist and you know that some people don't value that, but fuck it, like, like you said, if you know your worth, then that's what you're selling it for, and I think it's really important that you have ownership of your music as well, because we know how the music industry works, we know how the business works, and sometimes people lose themselves in the industry. So I'm glad that you're doing it your own way. And can we just give one more shout out to Brother Ash, y'all, for just doing this independently, for doing this like, that's really inspiration.
I can't say like I've done this 100% independently. Like before we start playing some of these tracks, as far as production, like I definitely stepped it up a lot with this album. I think I got like the majority of the tracks I produced this time around. But you know, see, bro, I just want to give a special heart thanks to you. Because since we started locking in, bro, like the music is just like, and I've said this to you 100 times before, bro, like since we really sat down and started locking in, the music has not been the same since. Zay, Valana, Ash, D, Ed, Tiana, you, babe, like everybody that has anything to do with this, like even my boy Danny, like Jerome, all y'all, like, you know what I'm saying, like y'all really, the encouragement I get for doing this shit. I got a message the other day, somebody just randomly sent me a song from the album, like y'all don't understand like how hard it is, like knowing you talented as fuck, and you still gotta figure out shit that you shouldn't have to figure out because you feel like you're $1 million talent. So like that shit gets frustrating, but then like my like friends would just randomly say, yo, I just listened to your song and it made me like, it made me feel better because I wasn't having a good day. Like shit like that, bro, makes me want to keep going. And honestly, I don't think I will be able to keep going if I didn't have that type of support. So without anything else being said, I feel like we've definitely got the vibe set. I got the album all talked up. Y'all came here to listen to some music, so I'm about to play some joints for y'all. Y'all ready? Let's get it.
Brotha.
We just getting started. I just want to say the name of that one was Earthshake. Thanks, V. Make sure y'all check out Hip V Snacks.
We got some vendors in the back.
My sister V, she's all about wellness. I've seen this woman like in bodega straight pressing the owners of the bodegas like, why don't y'all have fruits in this store? Like, She's all about wellness and like putting on for her people. So make sure y'all go back there, get y'all some fresh fruit. I'm gonna get into the next track, all right?
Wait, I had a question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say who produced that track and.
Oh, your boy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're true. Yeah.
Let's
I did
give it
that
up
one.
for the.
That was a joint I did. This next joint I'm playing, is a joint that Sibo did, the man, the myth, the legend. I was just telling Sheep earlier, I feel like I got the drop on the hottest beats in the world right now. Motherfuckers be walking past the studio, who made this beat? I'm like, don't worry about it, sweetheart, don't worry about it.
Let's get into it.
V, where you at? Just put your lips around this. Nah, I like the way when I say gorgeous, keep going.
Oh, we get a live performance, y'all?
Baby, show me how you do it.
But the kiss is my baby, sweet as a bitch. Keep your pussy proper, I'm probably on some shit. The way she put it on me, your brother just got the grid. First time that I seen her, I perceived an innocence. Judging puts my covers, I'm too old for the shit. She fucking in the bathroom at the party we did. I swung with all of my mic, give all of this dick. Type of pussy make you think about the kids. But then I thought about that time we fucked on the fridge. These on that time we did, that's what the strong ass is. This biometric fucking lady come on the stage. You show me how to do it, let me know I need it now. Look up with the gunny, I can't in the kitchen proud. I've been talking shit like 90s babies, know nothing about. Making love without the AC while your mama was out. I said you capping, I was smacking it proud. Type of stroke that got me running out. She got my name in all of the vowels. I said, this brother know how to treat. I could read the script and play with your clip, not in the gears. You think it all came from the demon. See, we met in the movies and we slid in the beer. Over another time, and then we even drinking. You leave that shit proper in the new water frequency. New water frequency. Hey.
Show me how you do it.
Show me how to do it.
If I put my hand upon your
If I
head,
put my,
I can show you how you do it.
show me how to do it.
If I put my hand upon your head, baby, show me how you do it.
Show me how to do it.
If I put my hand upon your
If I
head,
put my,
baby, show me how you do it.
show me how to do it.
Show me how you do it.
Show me how to.
Yeah, hand up on your hip, baby, I'll show you how. Besides throwing it around her, can you hold it down? The way that nigga sit up on her, know I had to pull up on her. What's your fantasy? Tonight I'm looting, you be Shauna, vibing in some Netflix. Why you tripping? What's the matter? Dinner or we fucking? I'ma choose the latter. They can't fuck with you, baby girl. I see you got a matter. You used to have a joke, now you ass fatter. And you gotta stop playing and jump on it from the top over the ladder. That's out of this world. They probably see that dick from Santa, girl. Tell me what you like, I'ma get it right. Fuck it, I'ma do it twice. Fuck it, hold up in the lights. Tell me what you thinking, and I'ma sing it so I'm on. Wanna scratch your lip like you ain't pulling from behind. Get it poppin', niggas stoppin', you repeat and press the line. Cause I'm looking for it, I'ma make it mine.
Shout out to my boy Michael Fire, he couldn't make it tonight. Shout out to the Wick, follow the Wick, we expanding, we growing, he's getting lit.
For that track right there, y'all. Can you tell us a little bit, you said, this is the Wick, we got Milan on there, we got Michael on there. Can you tell us a little bit about the Wick and the collaboration behind some of these songs?
The Wick really is just like how I want to go about pursuing this thing, like as an artist. Right now, like I'm in a position. For a long time, I kind of struggle, like what's the Wick? Like, do you got a record label? Like, are you a rapper? Are y'all a rap group? Or y'all just a collective? But like, I don't really think people have done what I'm trying to do, but But I think I kind of like, I'm trying to like pioneer in my own way, like what I'm specifically trying to do, like the things I'm good at. And like the WIC really right now is just like, it's just an entertainment group. You feel me? Like we got everything. Like we got videography, like, you know what I'm saying? We got brothers on the team that's into all different type of things and like podcasting and, you know, actually giving back and being in the community, you feel me? Like, and like coming up here, getting a spot at Hub 13, like Valana is somebody that I heard like the first time perform in Trenton, like literally down the street from here. And like I seen and heard her talent and I'm like, yo, like if I ever get a chance to work with that girl, like we gonna work and we gonna make some heat. And then I got the spot up at the Hub and I'm at V and we've been making heat. So like the team is just expanding, but everybody's bringing their own, you know, collective and everybody's their own boss. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like even Mike, you know, who had that second verse on that track, I met him through C. And Mike is a brother, like, you know, he do his own merch. He got his own content out, you know what I'm saying? So like, the WIC has really just become like-minded individuals, a collective of creatives. We kind of just building on each other right now. So to when people ask me what the WIC is, I really don't have a straight answer for you, but it's good. Like it feels good, and the momentum that we got right now, the energy we got right now, like I'm just so grateful for everybody that's a part of this and that has a hand in this. So yeah.
Let's give a round of applause for the WIC, y'all.
Yeah.
I love the words community, collaboration, creativity, because we've said it on the podcast before, we all we got. And so we really have to work with each other, not against each other, and utilize each other's talents. We're here for a reason. I guess the cat's out of the bag. Y'all heard him call me Bay earlier, so that's my man, yes. And
Amen.
why not utilize both of our talents? You know, why not reach across and horizontally? I know we're always trying to network, you know, laterally and network up, but why not utilize the talents that we have within our own community? So I love that. So before we jump into the next track, I forgot to do our first giveaway. Y'all ready for some free stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got some trivia questions for our giveaways. Okay. All right, so our first question, this is just by show of hands, so whoever's hand goes up first, and you have the correct answer, you're the winner. You can't leave your hand up now. So our first question is for some Brotha Ash fans. If you listen to his first album, name 2 songs from Brotha Ash's first album, Baby Boy.
Oh damn, Zay did have his hand up.
Okay.
Yes, I do. Stimulated. Give me my prize.
Okay. Yes, I do. And Stimulated. What's the track number? No, I'm just kidding. All right, so you can
Yes, I
claim.
do like number 2 or 3 for sure.
Definitely.
It
You
is
let
up
it
there.
further down. I want to say like 5, 6, 7.
I honestly don't know. So you got it, bro.
Stimulated is 10.
Get this man his
But
prize.
yes, I do.
Yes.
Yes, I do. It's definitely 2 though. You got it.
All right, so Zay, you can grab
9 or
one of
10.
the gift bags in the back. That's your prize.
Oh wait, nah. Stimulated is
I said further down.
11.
He said further down. That's close enough. He said he named 2.
John
That's it.
Juice.
It's too
Okay,
late,
that's
bro.
we got.
But much love. Give it up for first time experience this
Yes.
podcast, man. These my brothers, man.
Hey, a little.
That's more than 2 songs.
But I'm not part of this.
I always said I know the shit. I was
All right,
waiting for
so
it.
can you get the crowd ready for the next song? What are we gonna be hearing?
So the next song, like y'all know, like most of my we got different sizes for the prizes too. If we need to swap you out for it, I think that might be the
Yeah, I might have to.
word. We'll straighten that out after the year. I'll get you straight, bro. But the next song, it's some darker shit. You know, like I said, you know, it's a lot was going on making this project, and I want to make sure like I'm being real with some of the things I'm dealing with. But somebody, and what y'all will notice towards the end of this listening session, I think my boy Nate or somebody had mentioned to me like, bro, people want to hear you talk shit more. You mean like I don't know if it's like my aura. I don't know. Like I'm a humble dude, so I don't really throw my weight around or nothing like that. But I think this next album, I'm getting more comfortable with talking my shit because I earned it, and I'm not about to apologize for earning being able to talk my shit. So we about to tap into that right now.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Rat my pain away, I got problems. Rat my pain away, I got problems. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. I dare to come spit one on my side, cause for months I've been in the hyperbolic chamber trained until my fucking lungs die. I got a problem. I'm addicted to the way I let my tongue fly. I wish a rapper ever fix his lips to other fuck I. Fuck me, I get to acting like Santa and shimmy down the chimney. Big Poppy up on that pump vibe. So you know you done fucked up, right? And I do this shit for info, but it's always brothers dissing me. They bitch ass never can folk. If I'm swinging, you should get low. When I catch you that jab, hit like a bullet in there, hook hit like a missile. But I know you got a pistol and we got that shit in common. You ain't sticking me, I can stick and move, I can groove. Shit, I should build a school where they teach our kids that being black is cool. And sometimes why they right, especially when they stop me at a light. Let me guess, my headlight is dead bright. You smell the little gas, so then you red rice and talk slick. You want me to fight? So yeah, that's right. Fuck a motherfucker, gunning for my life. Crooked motherfuckers, every penny really got a price. Flowers through your city, it ain't just one life. When you skin like mine, you ought to love your life. You hate it, well fuck it, man, we the greatest. I made it, I'm rising, they claim it, Messiah, but you're not him. I humble the wildest, the fucking wildest, but they hate when you different. I love to hate because it's making a difference. It make my love a little bigger, and that attitude make a hater get sicker. I'm the company I keep, I eat dinner up in the dipper. Good job living the stars, we in this new and sacred. Y'all look like clowns in the car, and you don't love it, so you'll never go far. I don't judge it by a round of applause. I'm running them all, skeptics and proving that I'm the weapon, the spitter, that your savior really made up in heaven.
You see my face?
Yeah, you gotta make the stank face for that.
Yeah.
Okay, Ash. Okay, brother.
We getting into that. We getting into that energy.
Hey, Josh, when you get this message, give me a call back.
Featuring
And
OG,
your early
you already know.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
My pops left me so many voicemails, like I got enough voicemails for like a whole music career in music. The skits will always be lit. How y'all feeling about these tracks though? Yeah. I like to make shit cinematic.
So I definitely hear what you're saying about talking your shit.
Yeah.
Let's give it up for that one again. Let's give it up. And what was the title of the album?
Hyperbolic Chamber. Shout out to my anime fans in the building. You know what that? And can I build on that real quick?
I was just gonna ask some of your influences for this album. Yeah.
So that specific John Hyperbolic Chamber, for y'all don't know that don't watch Dragon Ball Z, it's this I guess a machine or this like technology that allows people to go into this chamber and like, you know what I'm saying, like heal themselves, you feel me, and like get right and like train and like put the work in. And when they come out, like in the real world, it's only been like a few minutes or like, you know what I'm saying? So like that's how I felt making this album. Like anybody that's at the hub, you know how much I'm in this motherfucker. Like, I'm here every day, like, and it's been long hours, and I feel like the world just been moving and moving and moving and moving, but I just been working. So that's why I named that joint Hyperbolic Chamber. I had to get that off real quick.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I was not aware of that. I'm not an anime fan.
Right.
Sorry. But I do want to ask about some of your other influences for this album because, as you said, were you kind of head down, locked in an echo chamber, only listening to yourself for the past year, or have you listened to new music, old music?
I've been bumping a lot of old school shit, cause my whole approach with this album is real, like, you know, take it back to the roots, just like my whole attitude with this. So I've been bumping a lot of Wu-Tang Clan. Obviously, like the show, having new episodes around this time, like it's been a huge influence. Binging that and catching up to it, just like doing more research on them, how they kind of made a way for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like. Excuse me, but yeah, usually like whenever I'm making a project, I like to listen to old albums, like the albums that really made me love hip hop. So like I've been listening to like a lot of old Drake, a lot of old Kendrick, a lot of old Jay-Z, obviously a lot of old Big, yeah, so I kind of just been listening to my favorite artists, but not a lot of new music. I'm lacking with that. I'm rocking with Smino right now. I've been bumping that project crazy. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And speaking of throwing it back, nostalgia, you are more than a rapper, more than a producer. You're also a drummer. You've been drumming since you were a child, and you've been drumming around here in Hub 13. You know, people have started to see that talent as well. So I have another giveaway question for y'all. If you're ready for some more free stuff, let me hear you. Come on. Yes, do it. Okay. So, throwing it back. How old was Brother Ash when he started playing the drums? I saw Nate's hand first. Ooh.
We're gonna hold that. We're gonna hold that. Let's get two more options, and then we'll do the closest age.
So warm, we'll say. Danny, you said
We're gonna hold that one, and then
too
I think she was next. 13. All right, Nate, you was the closest.
no. I feel like Nate was the closest.
Yeah, it was 9. It was 9.
Yes, it was 9. So Nate, you just won yourself a WIC giveaway. Let's give it up for Nate.
Word. Yo, just because I know you my boy, the giveaway got edibles in it, but like one of the edibles you might be allergic to, so, I'm gonna get with you for that too.
Yes.
I got Jones you're not allergic to as well. Nah, the cookies is peanut butter.
Okay, I'm allergic to nuts too.
Oh, damn! I didn't know. I'm sorry. But nah, I got brownies for y'all that don't have no peanuts in it or nothing like that. I'm glad that we had that conversation. Oh my God, that could have been
You didn't
ugly.
eat it, did you?
Nah, it's okay. I would have been good, bro. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh,
Disclaimer. Well, if you don't want any edibles or if you don't want any nuts, we still got some fruit back there. We got fruit for sale. Make sure you check out our vendors. We got beer, we got wine, and we're gonna get into the next track. All right, Brother Ash? Yeah.
so this next track, I'm gonna just say networking is everything. Then I'm gonna play this next track.
When it comes to this rap shit, bro, like, it's as simple as you got it and you don't. It ain't rocket science. I was never the smartest motherfucker at all, nothing like that, but I guess you could say I got it. Brother, this is brother, fucking suckers, they be talking, all I see is buttons, without a motherfucking real shit. Check up on your mother, she like a real man, and it's stitching in my covers. Hit her from the back, the rubber, I'm a sick ass brother. She get the cupping, I'm expecting shots with touching, she gon' drop it up the brother, but I love it. I never let him suffer, I lay it smooth as butter. We toast it to the section, then we back under the covers. Every time I speed it, I'ma get it to him right. It's buried in my gritty, you can hear the way I write it. I scurry through the whip, I'm trying to find a pin to write it. Got the bar up on my mind, I put the whip to the side. It's sticking like my shit broke down on 295. But fuck it wasn't rhythm, but fuck it wasn't rhyme. My daddy showed me the funk, now it's stuck in my mind. I'm plotting again every day, nothing fuck up my tongue. Real and recognize real, I'm on the second album, I ain't even got a deal. Kill, brother, kill. If they in your way, you know the motherfucking drill.
the grind, yeah, I got money on my mind. I done paid the fees and paid the fines and put it a bunch of time. Working on the cadence, system flow, deliveries and rhymes. No longer dropping punchlines, I'm dropping nuclear bombs. Giving motherfuckers everything that they can handle. Just fucking up the conversation, say just since a kid. Let's go ahead and beach life, toes out with the sandals. My worst graffiti on this beat, I'm looking like a vandal. Got what you need, but I'ma start you with a sample. Real deal, real spill, so you better recognize. Always knew I get here like I prophesized. Prodigy, I'm ride with the fakest about the lies. You can see it in my eyes.
It's real, recognize real. I'm on the second up, I ain't even got a deal. Kill, brother, kill. If they ain't your way, you know the motherfucking drill. I'm a killer for the thrill. Gotta show a motherfucker how I really feel. It's real, recognize real. I make these, bitch. What you talking about?
That's definitely one of my favorites off the album, and it features Heath. Can you talk a little bit about your relationship with Heath and meeting other artists along the way through your journey?
Yeah, that's why I said networking is everything before that track, because I met Heath when I was still selling furniture. And last year I left that gig to do this full time. But like before I left, like I would just, try to help people buy shit. And like when I met Heath, they ended up not buying nothing, but him and his friend, they were shopping for some stuff, and I just was like, yo, I wasn't able to sell you no furniture, but like here's my music. If you into, like check me out. And he was like, yo, here's my music. So I'm like, word. So I heard his shit, he heard my shit, and then like we had each other's numbers, so we just like, yeah, we gotta work together on some serious time. So yeah, I made that beat and I sent it to him, and he came through, laid the verse, and I actually just produced a track on his album. He just dropped too, Hell of a Year, Volume 6. So this the wick. That's what I'm saying. Like it's not. It ain't, you feel me, it ain't Jay-Z calling me, it's not, you feel me, nothing like that, but there's people around me that's like serious and talented, so we just been, following up with each other and coming through on our promises, so yeah.
And to kind of double tap on that, to get a little deeper, I know that I was talking to some folks in the audience earlier, and most of us are in our late 20s, mid 30s, and we are going through those life changes, and our relationships are changing as well, so how have your relationships changed in this industry, like you talked about? Really working with people who are really serious, taking it as serious as you. Sometimes it's a little hobby for some people, but for you, you are really doing this full time. So how do you find people who have the same work ethic as you and the same morals as you and the same values as you? Just that gut instinct?
I think just being, when you intentional with everything you do, like intentional, like you attract a lot of attention, but like motherfuckers understand, like I can't pull this bullshit off on Brother Ash, like, cause the last time I pulled bullshit off on Brother Ash, I ain't hear from him in 6 months. But I seen he kept moving, and I seen he kept doing his thing. So like, when you intentional in what you do, like don't question what you do. Motherfuckers ask you what you do. Like I had to get out the habit of saying, oh yeah, and I make music too. Like nah, like I am a rapper and a producer, and I'm a damn good rapper and producer.
Give it up for that.
And like because of that, like I feel like I should be paid for everything that I do when it comes to those two things. And when you meet people that get that and they respect it and they got that same grit, it's like it's amazing. Like
I hear you. I've been in the same type time.
Yeah,
like, you're not right, get left, please, because we got things to do.
And a lot of the collaborations that I've gotten since I've been coming up here, like, I'm saying, I can't sing their praises enough. Say network, first time experiences. I Am Art, Major Look Studios. You know what I'm saying? Black Cannabis, like all of them. Like everybody's kind of just focused on getting the best out of what we got going on. So that's been dope. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Black Cannabis. We do have some cannabis vendors in the back. This is a 420 free environment, so we want y'all to sit back, relax, enjoy. And can you tee up the next song for us, Brother Ash? What are we gonna be
Yes,
hearing?
we can. This is another collab I got. Shout out to Willenboro, that's where I'm from. This track is a Willenboro track through and through. I produced it. My boy on the track with me is from the borough. my boy Chris Hernandez, better known as Rocco Santana, for the hip hoppers out here. So we about to get into it. I'll be right back to you.
Let's give it up for that track right there, y'all.
Yeah.
So you said that was really a Willingboro track, huh?
Yeah, no,
Can
that
you talk
was.
a little bit about your hometown and how Trenton has adopted you?
Yo, so my parents moved to Willingboro in 1990 from Trenton. So I never grew up in Trenton, nothing like that. My grandparents lived out here. I went to church out here, and I learned how to play the drums in the church. So that sparked my whole music career. So my dad being from Trenton, my dad has a huge influence on me musically because he was such a big musician, everything music he loved. And that's how we spoke to each other. That's how we connected. And him being from this city, just all the creatives and all the talent that come from Trenton, I've always felt connected here. Cause my dad, he used to play the saxophone at the church. I would play the drums with him. That's how I built my relationship with God. And then that's how I found peace in doing something as long as I could drum, like I was cool. I love drumming, so.
So now you're back in Trenton.
Yeah, and it's crazy, like, you know, like Willingboro is such a small town. You know what I'm saying? Like I've definitely Willingboro is a small town, but it's like weirdly plugged. Like it's a lot of people in Willingboro doing stuff that you probably have no idea that they're doing at the level that they're doing it. But coming up here was really just a whim. Like one day, like I just, you know, DM somebody, like, yo, let's set up a meeting, sit down and talk. I produce, I rap, I could offer something to what you do, and they ended up bringing me here. Then that's when I met the brothers from Black Cannabis, and they gave me the breakdown of what Hub 13 was and what they had going on here. So just ending back up in here in Trenton was crazy, because like I used to be up here every Sunday in church, double services, all of that, like at my grandma's crib for like a week in the summer, because my parents was doing shit, and like we couldn't leave the porch, because it wasn't the same neighborhood when my pops was growing up. So like, the love I got from this city, like I don't care what nobody say, bro. Trenton is always gonna have a place in my heart, yo. Like, 'cause I just like, like it's been so much genuine love, like I literally will be like these fucking balloons, bro. Like this was not, I didn't buy these balloons. Like somebody had an event here yesterday. It was like, yo, you want the balloons for your event, and just left the fucking balloons here. So like it's just been like hella people just been tapping into me, like, yo, they see what I got going on, and they buying into it and supporting it, and you know what I'm saying? So because of that, like I yell Borough from the top of my lungs. If you know me, you already know the vibes. But like Trenton definitely got, you know, a place in my heart. It's been nothing but love. So yeah.
Well, let's hear the next track. I know there's another Trenton artist on there as well.
Belana Denise. I've been talking about it all night. Y'all give it up for my girl V, man. V, she get into the production. Like I said earlier, when I met Seek, the music went to a different level, and then when me and V started making music, that was another moment when it went to a different level. So this next song, I got Seek producing it, I got V on the track, and me too, obviously, because like that's why we're here. So.
life of mine. When I heard this beat, it fit perfectly like it was your last life of mine.
And I just take this right to the soul. I just take this right to the soul.
And this last life of mine.
And I just take this right to the soul.
And this last life of mine. Yeah, that's when I heard this beat, it fit perfectly like it was your last life of mine.
See, in my last life, I probably went back to college. I gave up on the music, fucking I don't see through my problems. And my sketchbook is always filled with half of the drawings. And I'm sick of this falling, fuck it, I'll stay on my feet. I play it safe cause through my days, thinking what I will be. I'm probably teaching gym with a fucking master's degree. Right in my pocket, couple kids with a sister named Tanya. And the divorce, I always hated how she made that lasagna. I don't put my foot down and kiss the bed with a drum. Shit, in my last life, it ain't no grave for my mom. Because I cover my life before I put out the fire. And when that shit hit the fan, I don't fight up no crier. But now it's welcome to the week we the adversity fighters. If it destroys and brings joy, but let it inspire. As I feel 1,000 paths with all this shit that I write. And never ever let this dream bring the vision to life. Every decision was a maybe you might. Wasting my days and my nights. Hating the pain that's inside. The pain that making my mind too okay. Whatever make it sublime. These moments when in the time. I serve a God that live in heaven but don't think I can fly. In my last life I never ever took up my price. Well shit, that would have been nice. Not taking no for answer. That mindset was a cancer. Killed me slowly. It was swift as a phantom. Metaphysical damage. Made a promise to myself the next life will be different. Ain't no shoulda, coulda, woulda, but you did it, you did it. You either win and lose or watch it. Nah, shit, I'm violent with mines. I just pray I don't die before I see it alive. Yeah.
Another classic.
Yeah.
Already a
Yeah.
classic. Let's give it up for the producer as well in the house. See.
Give it up for my boy C, man. My boy C, man. Alana Denise on the track as well. Make sure y'all come out, everybody that's in the building. Make sure y'all spin the block on us for April 1st. Say Sessions is going to be a live event. We'll have first time experiences in the building. Alana Denise is going to be doing her thing, headlining. It's going to be a live set. I'm going to be on the drums. So make sure y'all come back April 1st. Yeah, April 1st. April
Well,
1st.
speaking of that, I have one more giveaway question for y'all. How's the crowd feeling? Y'all feeling good?
Absolutely.
Y'all little schmiz? Y'all good?
I'm a little
All right, so our next giveaway question, we're gonna throw it all the way back to one of your first EPs, Millennial Love. That's R&B, brother. Stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for Millennial Love Part 2. But this giveaway question is, how many songs did Brother Ash produce on Millennial Love? At this point, just take a guess, just throw out a number, raise your hand. Jerome?
I'm going with 7.
Do you even know the answer, Brother Ash?
Of course I know the answer.
So is that warm or cold?
That is very cold.
Okay, that's a no. Sorry, brother. Sorry.
Nate? 2? No.
Ash in the back? Ash had her hand up.
Let's get 4, no. Zay, we're gonna do after Zay, we're gonna do one more, then we're gonna do the closest answer.
10.
Definitely not 10. Let's
No,
get one
no.
more. See?
One more.
9.
Shit. Yo, yeah, Millennial Love, my first EP, I was not producing yet. That was a trick question. Yeah.
All right, well, see if it's our winner, so make sure you grab your giveaway bag. Let's give it up. Let's give it up for the
Word.
Ash.
That was the last round of YouTube beats, man. After Millennial Love, me and C blocked in shortly after that.
That's actually one of my questions leading into, I think this is our last song, right?
Yo, yeah, the last joint I'm gonna play for y'all, no bullshit, I think this song will change my life for real.
So, my question is really, how has your sound matured in the last year and a half that it took to complete this album?
I just got better. I just got better because I just kept doing this shit every day for real. Like, it ain't no secret recipe, it ain't no heartfelt answer for that answer or that question. I just made the decision that I'm gonna dedicate my time to getting better at being a better businessman, being a better artist, being a better producer. So, yeah, And I got better, and God been good to a brother, yo.
Amen.
I ain't gonna bullshit. A lot of times stuff just be happening and it just be prayers getting answered. You know what I'm saying?
Anybody out here just running on faith? Just
Hey.
running on faith.
I run off faith
That's all
every
we
day.
got, just faith and prayer.
Man. So,
Amen.
yeah.
Well, we're gonna hear that in this song, and I think this is our last song to round it out. So at the end, we'll take some comments, questions, and then we can just vibe out for the rest of the night. All right? Let's hear it. Oh, tricked you. Say something.
That's how you know the song fire. She was like,
They crashed the system, y'all.
we're gonna have to hotspot this one. We gotta get this one.
They crashed the system. And what's the name of this track, by the way?
The name of this track is Bodega.
Okay.
You can't say it like that. Say it right.
Bodega.
Oh, another one. That's super hot fire.
And did you produce this one, Brother Ash, or
Nah, this is Sipo.
another Sequel joint? I love how you do put other artists on. Oh. No music.
You got something to drink, put that shit in the air. You got a blunt, light that shit up. We toasting to excellence, let's get it.
Yeah. Hit the jam, we laid up. I'm born for these ultimatums. Smoke a jam, we made it through the pain, the darkest days that made us. Made it left on Pescado Memorial Days is crazy. Dry down memory lane. Sunny is opening day. Across the street at the bodega. My view look a little banged. The window stuck with the fresh air coming amazing. I'm scheming on the daily. Need the bacon, sausage, egg, and cheese on everything. With a splash of ketchup and a side of jelly. Poppy, hook it up. Grab the pomegranate aloe, then I shook it up. Plug the aux and listen to this music I've been cooking up. Cause the algorithm got y'all suckers looking tough. TikTok might have loved your hooks, but you ain't really hooking us. Please, running by the venues that was booking us. We run the show. 20 in the club, and we leave it with 20 souls. Cause it's all tended. See, but when the cook up is artists, it's all in it. Like a heavy starters involved. We serving and y'all finish. It's curtains for y'all bitches. The studio, I feel like the bodega. 'Cause we got everything. We got everything. You know, fancy cars, just features, as far as the eye can see. I said the studio, I feel like the bodega. 'Cause we got everything. We got everything. You know, fancy cars, just beats and bars, as far as the eye can see.
Philly boy, not bodega, say we hit the poppy store. Cheeseburger platter with Arizonas, I copy food. 12 patrol and leave me alone, ain't nothing to stop me for. Youngins outside staring hard like they ain't seen a cop before. Me ain't mugging, corner hugging, doing nothing. Seen it as I grew up, knew I had to be something. Can't fall for them trips in the red race, doing laps. Early on, I decided I couldn't settle for that. Instead of placing capital with stars, we touring around the map. Yeah, the president's a president, I gotta give rep. Always excited for the future, but loving where I'm at. It's real rap, no cat, can call it a step fat. My booth juice while alive. Like Angelo, I rise. See the smoke from the candle, wig lit, future bride. Wig lit, future bride.
The studio, I feel like the bodega. 'Cause we got everything. We got everything. You know, fancy cars, just features, as far as the eye can see. I said the studio, I feel like the bodega. 'Cause we got everything. We got everything. You know, fancy cars, just features, as far as the eye can see.
No, we don't do basura. Sounds and vibes that you may need. I need to get your hookup. Extra lettuce, I don't do no cheese. I need to save my energy. Give a dollar to my enemies. This the energy. Nigga drive a ride in candy paint. Smoke the stank, ratchet shit, classic shit. In the game, what's the shit without the magic shit? I'm black and I'm proud. Ain't no filter, this ain't blackity loud. Flower child, this is chestnut checkers. Out there holding it down. She sells while the seashell, what me sell? Not for retail, I speak well. Mean better, free spinning, three in it, no better, no blues in this image. Jersey vision, so my jersey different. Jersey different. Kobe with the curry vision. Smoking purple clouds coming straight for the town. Hey. No, smoking purple clouds coming straight for the town. No, we don't do basura.
The studio is feel like the bodega. We got everything you do. We got everything you know. Fancy cars just features far. As far as the eye can see. I said the studio is feel like the bodega. We got everything. We got everything you know. Fancy cars just features far. As far as the eye can see.
Another one.
Let's give it up one more time for Brother Ash, y'all.
Yeah. So listen.
The album, Can't Stand Myself, CSM, will be available next Friday, March
That's right,
31st,
that's right.
on your website, brotha.info.
You.
You guys can buy it straight from the website, support independent artists. Let's give it up one more time. So now we're going to take some questions from the audience. If anybody has a question for the artist, if you liked what you heard today, you just want to make a comment, let us know. The floor is yours. Nate?
I really like that song, Bodega, and I was just curious where the inspiration came, because I feel like that's a little bit outside, you know, your normal, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just kind of was curious if that's the direction you're going in, because, you know, I like that direction.
Word. Yo, honestly, like, I feel like the hook specifically was something like foreign territory for me, but it was something that like I had been like playing around with my entire life, like just like different voices, you know what I'm saying, like finding different ways to be creative and like be funny, you know what I'm saying. Like I feel like comedy is a part of hip hop that a lot of MCs are kind of like just looking over these days. Like it's dope to be able to make somebody laugh on your track, and I feel like if you know Brother Ash and you hear the studio, I feel like the bodega, you gonna be like, yo, what the fuck? Like, but it's groovy. So like that's why I did that shit. But like I said earlier, I've been studying the Wu-Tang Clan like crazy. And like when I heard this beat from Sipo, I've been thinking like, yo, I can't be yelling the wick, and I don't have a wick track. Like I don't have a track with all of the spitters on the wick on this joint running this shit. You feel me? Like, so when Seep sent me this beat, I was like, this is the beat for that track. And then like I got my verse ready and I sent it out to the chat. And then the hook came shortly after that. And then after the hook came, that's when the verses started coming. But like, yeah, that's where I got the motivation for that, man. Because I really wanted to track with everybody on it. And that beat, yo, when I heard that shit coming through the headphones the first time, I just knew. Like, I just knew. Yeah.
And it's not fake accent. You are part Spanish, so you are.
Yeah, my mother's half Dominican, so like.
Drake out here with the fake Jamaican accent.
And I patron the fuck out of these bodegas too. Like hell yeah, like I be.
Give it up for small businesses. Small businesses.
Word.
Any other questions from the audience? Anybody? Jose?
I'm really just curious in like your creative process in terms of like so being in the studio with you, you know, and the one song that we made, we didn't play it at school, but like well,
I can't give them everything.
No.
Yeah.
But that's not even where I'm going. Like I know how it sounded when I left.
Word.
And I know what you sent.
Yeah.
And what I played in person was not what you sent me, but it's what I played. So I really want to know, like, your creative process in terms of, like, how do you, like, I don't know, how you decide where you're going to piece and pull, and where you're going to place where, you know, like, is it just, like, an innate feeling, you know, is it that you have a really good ear for it, like, that sense of musicianship, I guess, like, you know.
That's honestly, that's just a gift. Like, that's just something like I feel like when it comes down to like putting stuff together, like the vision I have behind stuff. I talk about this a lot with like the artists that I work with. Like people that have visions are special. Like to be able to see something and then like acquire the resources that you need to make it happen and then to execute on making it happen. Like, that's something I can't give no more credit than to nobody but the people that made me, my mother and my father, and God, the creator. Like, that's a God-given gift. So, like, in pursuing this music thing, I just, like, reverted back to the first times, like, I was in the studio and I got the opportunity to orchestrate some shit. I think it was when I was actually working with my sister who was in the building tonight. She hopped on my first EP, and, like, her talent is crazy. But when we was putting that song together, like, I had to, like, you know, like, take a leadership role, like, you know, Mel, I like when you did this, or I like when you did that. And the song started coming together, and I just took a step back, like, bro, don't sleep on that. Like, trust that. You feel me? Trust that and lean on that, because it's in you. You feel me? And it felt right doing it. So, like, when it comes to my process, bro, I just try to, like, just let everything just fire off, you feel me? Like, I don't come in with no plan, like, I'm not the type of dude need a bunch of shit with me, like, I just lock in. And if it's days I'm lazy, I allow myself to be lazy. I say, I'm leaving the studio early today because I'm not being productive. So it's just about trusting your gut. If you the shit and you the shit, you just gotta let yourself be the shit.
Okay.
So, all right.
That's what's up.
Yeah. That goes for everybody, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta stop putting out our lights. Sometimes it's just as simple as believing in yourself and saying fuck you to the people that's giving you reasons to not believe in yourself, and just do the shit. Like, yeah. All right.
Well, thank y'all for joining us for this special fireside chat with Brother Ash. The album will be out next Friday, March 31st. Can't Stand Myself. Make sure y'all go to the website to cop that album, brother.info. And should we expect anything after this, or should we just chill with this for the summer?
Look, man.
Never say never.
It don't stop. It don't stop. It don't stop. The project is gonna be enough for the summer. We definitely got hits for the summer. And I already got a couple of singles lined up to follow this joint up that's already done and recorded. She's asked me this because she want her boyfriend back. Because I've been in project mode for like the past year.
He was not lying when he said he's in the studio every day. So. But I was really, you know, just chatting with some people in the audience before the show and talking about the partnership as well. It definitely is good to have a partner who supports you. Likewise, thank you for coming on the podcast today. So we are in this together, and we appreciate y'all for supporting us as well. So make sure you tune into the podcast, YBO, subscribe wherever you listen to the podcast. That's Young, Black, and Opinionated. And you can follow on Instagram and Facebook at the YBO Podcast. And you can follow me if you want to, Miss Chris D, MISSCHRISDEE. Follow Brotha _Ash, BROTHA _ASH. And the Wick. Fuck with the Wick.
And give it up for Miss Chris D one more time. This shit is a lot easier. When you got a motherfucker that, you know what I'm saying, hold you down, it make everything a lot easier. So just want to give you your flowers real quick.
I didn't get to finish my shout outs.
Oh, my fault.
And Maplewick Records, follow Maplewick at MPLWCK.
That's right.
All right, so we are just going to vibe out for the rest of the night, smoke, drink, support our vendors, and keep it locked right here on social and wherever you're watching today. Thank y'all for supporting.
For anybody that wants to hang out, we're going to start breaking stuff down up here, but I'm going to hang out for a little bit downstairs in the stew.
See where the magic happens. Go downstairs, get a little tour, take a look around.
I fuck with everybody in this joint, real loud. I fuck with every single last person in this joint, and I appreciate y'all so much. Give it up for y'all sound.
Give it up for our production. Thank you.
Give it up to When I tell y'all, all right, we about to stop talking after this.
All right.
Net fucking work, yo. Everything y'all see here today, I don't want y'all to ever get it fucked up and think I got my shit together. I figure this shit out every fucking day, but this shit looked the way it looked because the people around me. You do not need the fucking phone call from whoever you expecting the phone call from. Get with the motherfuckers around you that's gonna hustle.
Network across.
Tiana pulled all this shit up, all this fucking equipment and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my god sister, bro.
He's doing the thing over here. Hey,
this is my god sister, bro. It's amazing, yo. And now, like, thank y'all. I just want to say thank you all the time for listening to this shit.
Thank you once again for joining us, everybody. Good night.
Shout out to y'all for a good event. Appreciate y'all for showing out, doing what you had to do, Brother Ash. I met you a couple months ago. You been doing your thing.
Yo, bro.
The vibe been there. You feel me? I met you before. We didn't even realize we
I
met
didn't
each
even
other.
know I did.
But the podcast and this is the fact that it all came full circle. This
Support.
This is what all this about. So I want to toast to everybody.
Everybody toast.
Yeah, I want to toast to everybody. And all of this coming full circle. Like I said, without this event right here tonight, full circle. Hey, look, do a little applause or something.
Fuck it up.